Hey, welcome everybody to Biz Chicks TV. This is the place to be for tips, tools, strategies, and everything you need to help you build a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. Today is Tuesday, which means it's all about social media and digital marketing from our digital diva, Ms. TJ Online. So sit back, relax, get a pen and paper. We're going to talk some digital marketing and social media strategies that you can use today. So without further ado, in saying hi to all of those who are watching live and by the replay, here's TJ, Terry Johnson Online.
Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today on this Talk Tuesday, this fabulous Tuesday, when we are going to talk about digital marketing and social media and all that good stuff, and also changes. Now, you know, with these social media apps, they're always changing things. So as I said before, this is the place to come when you want to know, well, what's going on with Instagram? What's going on with Twitter? What's going on with all these social media apps, and also the strategy and the things that you need to know in order to grow your business. Now, you may think, I'm not a business owner. I just have an eBay store, a Shopify store. I'm doing something on one of the crafting sites. I'm not really a business, but I'm here to tell you that you are a business because you're conducting transactions with people and you are exchanging goods and services for money. So that's really the basic definition of a business. So I want to say welcome to the live crew, and trying to get everybody in here. Barb is here. Hey, Barb, how's it going? I hope everything's going well. You know what I mean. I've seen your post, so I hope things are going well for you. And thank you for sharing the post in your group. I love that. So thank you very much. And I'm just, as before, this is live streaming, so we are doing a little tiny bit of housekeeping, and we're going to get started right now as soon as I share this. So we have more people, more fun, a lively discussion. So with the live crew, and I'm saying the live crew because we do have people that tell me that they watch the replay, and I love that you watch the replay. We appreciate that because this is all about talking about a message, getting your message out and getting it to the people that need to hear it, whether it's live or, watching the replay a week later or whenever you decide to watch it. But you need to get the message. So it's great when it's live because we have that interaction and people adding their thoughts, their comments, their questions, their jokes, their funny things, and they're adding to the conversation. So it's not just the two of us talking. Because, you see those, lives and live streamings where it's just talking heads and there's no interaction with the chat. And people are like, hey, I'm over here in the chat. And they're just like talking between themselves. I mean, that's okay, but I kind of like the way we have our things set up. So, I mean, that's just my opinion, and not to talk about anybody. I'm not mentioning anybody in particular. It's just when I'm looking at live streams on Facebook or other places, I like to see that they are bringing in, the conversation from the people that are watching. That's just how I feel about it. So I thank you for watching. Again, please share this out to anyone that you want that may need this information that we're going to talk about. And we talk on Tuesday about digital marketing, social media, content marketing, email marketing, a little bit of SEO. We, with keywords and stuff, we may go into more of that in 2019. And speaking of 2019, there's going to be a new year pretty soon. We're going to be talking about trends that are coming up that you need to watch for next year. But we always talk about the new stuff that's going on. So that's today's show. So be sure to share this out. Of course, give us likes, hearts, thumbs up, funnies, angries, whatever reaction. Just give us a reaction because we need to know that the information that we're talking about today is resonating with you. So the best way to do that is with a comment or a reaction. So, and a share. So all of those things are great. So that was my call to action. So if you watch the September shows, you know what that's about.
Yes.
Okay. So let me get back to the app and see who's here. And I don't know why this app is just acting weird. The page, there it is. The Pages, Facebook Pages app. When you have several business pages, you use the Facebook Page app, and you can manage more than one page within the app instead of using the regular app. But it's just weird that you have things to swipe up and all that stuff. I kind of got caught with that. But enough of that. So thank you for watching live. Thank you, Replay Gang. If you watch a replay, put the hashtag Replay Gang in. That way we know that you're watching, or just say hi, whatever you want to say for the replay. And okay, good. So we'll get started. So this is what's happening. Instagram has made some changes. They made a couple of changes. Last week they announced that they were changing the algorithm, or I'm not sure what they're changing, but they're looking at fake followers and fake engagement, third-party tools that people use to get fake followers and fake engagement. So fake engagement is an app or a service or whatever they use that they pay for, and the service gives them fake engagement. You know, that spam, we talked about that before, the social spam. So that would be when you look at Instagram and you get comments from people and you know they're not quite real. You know that it's like a bot. Because they'll say something weird like nice.
I've experienced that. Somebody sent something to me and I'm like, why does it sound like Stepford Wives?
Yeah. So you can tell. You can tell that it's you can tell that it's fake engagement. So that's what we're going to talk about, that Instagram and also Twitter has put into place tools on the back end. You'll never see it, but they have rewritten rules or rewritten algorithm, or they have some services or some program or some code in the back end that will look and say, oh, there's something weird going on here, and it's not real people. So think real people, so think real engagement.
Yeah. Someone today I just went into Facebook to get a link or what have you, and someone today said, I just got a friend request from you, and I'm like, nope, that wasn't me. So now I got to go answer that whole thing and figure that out, because no, I did not send anybody a friend request at all.
Okay, right. So everybody knows there's a problem, because you'll see a comment that's not quite right. It's not quite right. And you're looking at it going, it's a person, because it's an account, and it has words, like I said, it'll say nice or good job, that's fantastic, or whatever. Or there's the ones that say, oh, your profile is nice. If you want to grow your engagement, follow me. So that's all spam. So Instagram is getting rid of that spam. So we can focus on real engagement. Remember, Facebook in January, what was their change that they made that upset the apple cart and had everybody that does business on Facebook with a page or anything, they were upset earlier this year because Facebook said, we're not going to help you grow engagement with your Facebook page. We're not going to help you with any kind of organic engagement. You want more people, you want more followers, you want more likes, you want more views on your video. Well, you got to boost an ad, you got to boost your post, or you got to buy an ad. But we're not helping you by putting your posts on your activity on your Facebook business page into people's news feeds. Remember, Facebook said we're going back to friends and family engagement only. That means grandma's birthday and baby pictures and weddings and christenings and parties, stuff that people talk about when they're friends and family, not brand posts from your business page. So if you want to get in the feed in front of those eyes, you're going to have to pay. So that's what Facebook said earlier this year. So here we are, Instagram is saying, listen, people are tired of the fake responses, the fake engagement, the spam. And you can tell that it's a bot. So we have tools in the background that you will never see or know about. And we know who those guys are, because when this service posts to Instagram, there's a connection between Instagram and anything that's trying to come in. So they know by API, or I'm getting technical, but there's code that Instagram knows that, hey, this isn't a real person engaging, because they can tell by the activity. They can tell whether it's human versus bot. So they have tools and things that they've developed. So they've implemented them this week, I believe. It's coming up soon, where you'll see follower count decrease. I mean, they've done it before where they've gone through and gotten rid of people that buy followers, and then you see all of a sudden you see their numbers, their follower numbers decrease, because Instagram goes in the background and does a sweep and says, this isn't real. You bought these people. They didn't really sign up. They didn't opt in. Remember, we talked about that too. You got to get your audience to opt in on real, not fake. Because when you're buying fake followers, what are you getting? You're getting a vanity metric. A number that makes you feel good, but you didn't get 20,000 or 30,000, whatever the amount. You didn't grow your account to that number. So that's a vanity metric. That's what we're talking about today. Vanity metrics, those things that are on your social media account to make you feel good, but they don't really give you anything. It's empty calories, empty value.
Yeah,
when you buy followers, what do they do? They do anything for you?
No, because see, people are looking at it now, the people who are so-called influencers who think that you have a lot of followers, they're beginning to look at it to find out even if you're engaging with those followers.
Yes.
So how does that really help them?
It's a vanity metric. Vanity means it makes you feel good. But in the beginning, and I'm glad you brought up the influencer marketing side of this, because that's what happened with Instagram when it came out maybe 5-6 years. I'm not sure how long the app's been out, but when the app first started, it was photographers taking photos, and photographers taking professional photos and wowing people with their photos. And then people started to get on and add their personal stuff. And then here come the marketers and the business people going, well, here's my stuff and I want to sell. So all of that stuff started happening. And then we had the influencers, where you have people that grow their following, and some not organically. They bought them because the higher the number, they thought, like if I get 100K, 200K, I can get a brand or a business to pay me, to sponsor me, to talk about their goods or services. And in the beginning, they could do it without letting you know that they got money for talking about an item. So, for example, I was looking at my Google today, and something about the Real Housewives came up. I think one of the women had a baby. So she was in the hospital, and she's out of the hospital at home. So she was relaxing on the sofa, going, oh, I'm relaxing on the sofa, whatever. And I'm trying out my new, some kind of weighted blanket that's supposed to make it feel comfortable and like the blanket is hugging you or something like that. So she put that in the description, but she had to add the hashtag ad. That told me that she got paid, and then the wording of it was, I know she got paid for it. So that's an influencer marketing post. That's how it works. So a company that sells the blanket wants to get in front of her. I'm not sure how many followers she has. She probably has maybe 500,000 or more.
So this is like the new product placement where you see Coke in the background, or you see something, but if you see Coke or something in the background of a post or in a post, or they're talking about it, they have to tell you whether or not they got paid for that ad.
Yes, because in the beginning with Instagram, people were, saying, well, I'll promote your post for $1,000, or I'll, whatever the fee was. So the business would pay the influencer, the person that owns the Facebook account, and then, the person would take a picture with the item or describe the item and say, oh, the big ones now are something about tea, some kind of diet tea and waist trainers and something. So they would go, they would take a picture themselves, on Instagram with a cup and going, oh, I'm drinking my slim tea and I'm something, and I've lost 10 pounds. and then they would put hashtags, but they would never let you know that it was an ad. So people following that person, say reality shows or whoever it is that has all these followers, they would link to the account for the company, and then the person looking at the ad, you and I, would go and possibly buy it. So that's why they pay the influencer. But in the beginning, there was it was all behind the scenes. You never knew that the person was getting paid to promote the item. Now they have to do that because the government put some rules in. I think it was the FCC. It was the FCC or the
FT, the Federal Trade Commission.
Yes, FTC. I want to say FDA, but that's food.
Yeah, Federal Trade Commission, FTC.
Right. People started complaining. Oh, people are on social media claiming this, that, and the other, but they're getting paid. So then they put in a rule that now you have to or you'll get fined. The business will get fined. I'm not sure if the influencer will.
And then here's a side note. That's the way they can collect taxes, too. Because now you're not just getting, everybody knows you got paid for that.
Right. So now it has to be, if it's an influencer that got paid to promote the product or the service, they have to put hashtag ad. Even the business has to put hashtag ad. So that was my clue. And then the wording that she had, it let me know, it was like, okay, she got paid for it. Nothing wrong with that. Because the person I'm talking about, she was on on a reality show. She got her followers by being
on the reality show,
extra and all of that stuff.
So she didn't buy her followers.
Well,
she may have, but more than likely, all the people who watch her on the show probably, actually follow her, or not everybody, but a lot of people who watch the show probably followed her. And she's not likely to go out and buy followers unless her team did it or something. But
okay, I wanted to show it on. I'm trying to see if you.
Okay.
That's her. So she's laying, and that's the little blanket. And then the text says, "Trying out the popular weighted trend with my new therapeutic lat mat." Exclamation point. As a new mom, I value relaxation more than ever. Does that sound really?
No, really. She is not relaxing.
When I slide under this lap mat, I instantly feel a gentle hug that calms me down.
Nope.
You shop and get your own. P.S. They make great gifts. Now, does that sound like an influencer ad?
It sounds like a full-on commercial ad. It don't even sound like a influencer ad.
So that's what I mean when I read the copy. And sometimes the influencers write their own copy, and sometimes the business or the brand writes the copy. So, but I'm just going, that's an ad. Before I even saw the hashtag, because the hashtag is there. Let me pull it back up. So the hashtag is hashtag holiday gifts, hashtag ad. And she posted this yesterday and got 572 comments. I really haven't looked at it. She got 43,256 likes. In her account, she's over 1 million followers.
But but she's relaxing at home.
Yeah.
Normally, and that's cool. But normally, when you're relaxing at home, you don't have on full-on makeup and posed on the couch. Just saying.
It's very nice. She's posed, and I was like, that's nice. That's a really nice look. And then I saw the copy and went, that's an influencer ad, so she got paid for that. But the hashtag is there, so that was the second clue. But I mean, not to say anything is wrong with that, because if her followers like what she's doing, that's great. If the brand if everything's above board, that's great. But that's a part of the vanity metric craze that people want to get 10K to get the swipe up on the stories. They want to get to 100K or 200K or whatever the magic number is. The more numbers you get, the more money you can put out your services for.
Now, see, here's the thing. Over on YouTube, for us to get a unique URL, we have to have 100 subscribers. That's not an easy thing to do.
Not on YouTube, no.
No,
I mean, it's doable, but it's work.
Yes, and you have to tell people, invite people to subscribe to your YouTube page. And what we're saying is, it's going, getting the vanity numbers may make you feel good, like TJ said, for a minute, but seriously, did you really get them on authentic being you? Mm-hmm. It doesn't, it feels icky when you, for me anyway, it feels icky to get them like, okay, I'm going to buy this, and now I got 100, I have 100, we got over a couple of hundred people on YouTube, but we didn't get it ethically. Is that a word? Okay. We didn't get it organically.
Organically, right.
We got it by paying somebody so that we can get our URL with our name on it instead of the long number. But I'd rather earn it because somebody really wanted to hear what we had to say or watch what we were doing, not because I paid for it.
Right. And in talking about this subject, we could say, well, because you don't have the thousands. I mean, I have what I have. I earned them. So to me, I feel like they're following me because they want to read my message.
Because they like me.
Right. They want to consume what I'm giving them, the message. They're
right.
connecting to the message. So there's only way to go is up. But there's some people that say, well, I can't wait that long because I want to get influencer money from a brand, or I want to, promote my posts and $1,000 here too, because there's the whole story of social media influencers. And I think there was a story on last night evening news that I wanted to watch, my local news. I'm gonna have to go to the website because I just thought about it. They were talking to a fashion blogger about this very same thing. So I wanted to hear this story. So I probably will go back and listen to it. But there's excuse me, there's this frantic urge and this push for people to make money like that on Instagram. So instead of saying, well, I could easily set up a shop, Shopify, WooCommerce, there's different platforms. Etsy has a new one that has a name, I forgot what it is, that's similar to Shopify. But all of those things, you could do that easily and be creative and think of products and services that you can sell yourself that's genuine and build your business from that. Instead of going, well, I want to be a YouTube influencer and I'm mad because I can't grow my YouTube fast because people if they don't connect with what you're doing, excuse me, if they don't connect with what you're doing, they're not going to subscribe. They're not going to watch. They're going to go somewhere else. So everybody wants to be a PewDiePie or Casey Neistat or, all these different things. And that's why you have people like Roberto Blake and Daryl Eves and a couple other people, Tim Schmoyer. There's a big, that contingent that they talk about the things you need to do to grow your YouTube channel and be patient and do the work that you need to do.
You said be patient.
Right.
No.
There's no fast track to YouTube success. There's no fast track to that because people have gotten used to the ad dollars from YouTube, but YouTube has cut that partnership thing down where you have to have a certain metric. You have to have a certain number in order to get into that area where you're making money off of the ads. And once you get into that club, it's not like you're making millions of dollars or anything. I mean, some people don't make that much anyway. So it's this mad dash to, I want to be a YouTube influencer because it's cool. I don't have to do any work.
No, see, all success comes with some effort and work. You're going to have to work for it.
Online, there's no such thing as passive income. You just sit on the beach and
the money rolls in on the wave. The money rolls in on the waves.
Yeah, they check their account and the money just ching ching. The numbers are just changing, ching ching ching. Those people are selling you a dream. They're making money off of selling you the dream. They're making money off of it. But once you get there, you're going, wait a minute, I got all this work to do if I want to really have some money. There's work to do. No one's going to just hand over their wallet to you just because, well, I put something on the internet. What do you mean you just put something on the internet? It has to connect. We talked about all of these things. It has to connect. You have to find the right audience. It has to connect. You have to know the right keyword. You have to know the right words to say. That's the copywriting. You have to know a little SEO. You have to know social media. What's working where? Where do I need to be? Which account do I need to be on? All of those things come from the demographics of the people that you're trying to reach. So see how all of that work comes in, but they want to go, okay, I just want the numbers and I'm going to get influencer money. But that is starting to die down. The brands are starting to roll that back too. So that's not such a, I want to make all of this money off of Instagram, because Instagram, like I said, has made the change with the fake followers. They're also changing the profile. And I wanted to check and see if mine has changed.
Oh, yeah. Let me see if mine has changed.
They're going to de-emphasize the numbers, which means the number of people that you follow and the number of followers you have. So they're doing a profile redesign. And it's supposed to roll out, whoever gets it, gets it. So I didn't check mine today. No, it's still the same. So right now, on your Instagram post, it'll tell you the number of posts, the number of followers, and the number of people following you in the top right next to your profile. But Instagram is going to move all of that stuff down, make it smaller to see, and they're going to emphasize your profile bio, which means what you wrote in your profile under your picture. Mine says digital marketing strategy. Get the info you need to grow your business online with the right digital marketing strategy. Start here, and there's a link in my bio. So all of that is going to be pushed to the top and made bigger font. So they're going to de-emphasize the numbers, vanity metrics, because they don't really matter. I mean, they do to influencers, but if you're a business owner and you're trying to get more exposure, you're trying to get in front of people, you're trying to cut through the noise online, you're doing all the things that you need to do, those numbers are great, but they're not putting money into your business account. Right? Those numbers are great. They give you access to things. Like on Instagram, if you're over 10K, you get access to the swipe up feature in the stories, that you can have a call to action where a link goes to the page that you want them to go. Could be a funnel, could be to sign up for a list, could be an ebook, could be to buy some, whatever it is, that's your thing. But the swipe up feature in the stories is a call to action tool. So people want that, and they're buying followers instead of going, okay, that's not a tool because I'm not there yet. You're not there yet. So that's a goal that you need to reach for. And some people can't wait for that. And same thing with YouTube. It's like, oh, well, I need more subscribers. Really hard on YouTube. Really hard.
Right.
Because you have to be in front of the right audience and do certain things to make sure your videos are shared.
Well, here's the other thing, too. We keep talking about where are the people that you connect with. Are they on YouTube?
Yes. No. Maybe your audience isn't on YouTube.
Are they on Instagram? Where are they? Because if you keep putting stuff over here on this island, but your people are on this island over here, and they're not getting your message. But I want to be an influencer.
You're shouting at them from the island you're on. You're trying to shout over there. They're not listening. They're on the other island having a good time with whoever's over there. So,
right.
Knowing which island to be on, that's a part of knowing your audience. Knowing who you're trying to reach, the demographics, the psychographics, how do they think, what do they like, what do they want to buy, how much money, how much disposable income they have. That's all numbers that you should know, because that puts you on the right track. So if you say you're a crafter and you skew to women, say a 35 to 55, you might want to be on Pinterest instead of Twitter. You definitely don't want to be on Twitter because they're not there. Twitter's a whole nother different thing. And
I would like to say this to Linda Gotta Be Handmade. I don't know if she has a Twitter account, but I think she would be excellent.
She has Twitter.
I'm sorry, not Twitter. Pinterest. Yes.
Oh, that's good. I don't know. So Linda, you need to be on Pinterest. I hope
right.
you are. Because
especially with your Christmas ornaments, and because I'm seeing them on Twitter when she makes them and the different ornaments.
Is she selling them?
She's selling them. So I think she needs to be on Pinterest.
You should be on Pinterest, definitely, because Pinterest has all of those great tools that allow people to just tap and shop What did we say last week? I said about the holiday shopping. Was it one? I said tap, buy.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, see, tap and buy, and then she can do that on Instagram as well. But I think Pinterest would be a better fit for her, for everybody who's like, oh, I'm just doing my Christmas, and then I got to have this, and I got to have the pillows, and I got to have the da-da-da-da for the people who go all out on Christmas.
Right, the whole decoration scene kind of thing.
Right.
That's more Pinterest.
Pinterest.
Because that's what's going on in that world. I mean, millennials are joining Pinterest, and men are too. But the bulk of the demographics is women. I would say 25 and to 55, even older.
Right.
But it's mostly women, and they're interested in crafts, jewelry, fashion, clothing, shoes, home goods, all those kind of things. And Pinterest is a good app that lets you create a scene. Like,
correct.
You can do a great photo, but there's other things you can do in Pinterest.
So my daughter, she did Thanksgiving. We went over to their house, right? Mm-hmm. And so when they did the Thanksgiving, she pulled stuff she had the whole setup, and most of it was stuff she learned on Pinterest. We had skewered lettuce with bacon and blue cheese, and some I was like, okay. It was good too, and it was on a skewer.
She gotta post that. I gotta find that.
Yeah, so I'll see if I have a picture of it, because I was let's see that. Okay. Oh wait, I have a picture. I'll post it. I have a picture of the actual. I took a picture of the food and stuff. I was like, what? But she went on Pinterest and got recipes and for the decor and some other stuff. I was like, oh, okay.
So Pinterest is the place you go for ideas.
Right.
I'm not sure if that's their tagline.
Well, I think it should be.
I like that. So I'm going to my app to see whatever. I don't know what their tagline is.
I don't know either, but
that's what really Pinterest is the place you go to get inspiration for your life, for weddings and fashion and decorating your home and holidays. Holidays are a big time
for Pinterest. Yes.
I'm looking. I don't see what. I don't know what their tagline is. I'm just interested to know. See if I can pull it up on my iPad. But I mean, that's really what I wanted to talk about, because Instagram made these changes. Also has made some changes as far as vanity metrics. That means the number of followers you have and different things. And also, when you're looking at these metrics, which one is most important? Is it to get a like, to get a retweet, or to get a comment, or to get a follow? I mean, which one? You have to think about your goals and what you're doing online. Which one is the best one? I mean, likes are great. We said that before. Likes are great, but they don't put money in the bank. It's a path to putting money in your bank. The like is the first step. That everybody says know, like, and trust. Well, they got to know you first. So the like is the know. But the real part where you get the value of it is you get the interaction, the relationship, the comments. When you build up that relationship, and then you talk and you get to know your customers, your audience, know what they like, know what they need, develop the products and services that they do, and give it to them. That's the real method that you want to have, instead of this, well, I've got 100,000 people who like me on Instagram, I've got 200,000 followers on Twitter. Well, that's great, but Twitter goes by so fast. All those people are not seeing what you're posting unless they really want to follow you. But also Twitter, and I've noticed lately that Twitter, when I haven't gone to it, I'll go in and it'll say, you've missed this tweet from, say, Roberto Blake, because I follow him and I responded to him and had conversation. So Twitter knows that the people that I talk to or look at a lot, when I come in, it'll say, oh, you missed this tweet from Roberto. And it was something he tweeted yesterday, but I saw it today, and I was like, I can still engage with it by retweeting it or responding or sharing it somewhere else. So those are the things that really matter. So Instagram, Twitter, and we already know Facebook, they're already de-emphasizing, okay, how many people like this page? How many people like this account? Those numbers are going to shrink in terms of visuals on your profiles. They're going to be there, but they're going to be harder to see. They're going to push what you do instead of how many followers you have. And they're working on it. So Facebook, earlier this year, went down that path of real engagement between friends and family. Business pages, you better buy some ads. Instagram now is saying, listen, we de-emphasizing those big follower counts because they're vanity metrics. You should really focus on getting real engagement and not buying fake engagement or fake followers. And it's been a long time coming. So, I mean, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. So you need to think about, like we said, the engagement. And Pinterest I'm glad we brought up Pinterest because we don't talk about it a lot. It's one of those apps that's great, and I always forget to mention because it skews one demographic, but that's changing because there is a men's section there that are business things there, like for bloggers. I see a lot of stuff for bloggers. So fashion, stuff like that. But there is it, and even if, say, your demographic is not there, they may come to it later. Say next year, Pinterest may put out a tool that makes everybody pay more attention to them. Because right now it's Pinterest. Oh, that's for women. That's the conception, the misconception of Pinterest, but it's not. It's a great tool. It's actually a search engine, full of graphics. You can do video there. I believe they have polls, hashtags, chat, different things going on. They don't have a live feature yet, but they might. They might have a stories. They may get a stories feature. They might get a live video feature. You never know what's going to come. So I feel like Pinterest is one of those apps that has not a resurrection, but they're going to have an infusion of tools that are going to make people look at them when they didn't look at them before. Same thing with LinkedIn. People were thinking LinkedIn, this and that, and then LinkedIn got the live video or the video, and they're testing out stories, but I don't think it's going that well. But they're trying. All right, so let me check. Hold on. Let me check the chat because we've been chatting.
You know what I could do? Let's
see what's going on. Okay, so no questions yet. That's okay.
I'm going to post this picture for you. I was going to post it over there, and I was trying to do it in the chat, and I was like, well, okay, so where's the little thing to put a picture? I was like,
it's not there.
Yeah, but I can share a screen
if you
too.
Get the link, I think if you get the link to the photo, if it's online.
Yes.
It's on your phone?
It was on my phone. I'm getting ready to put it. And then the other thing I'm going to have to start working on too is when I take pictures, it's .heic, and I'm like, oh my God, I need it to be JPEG.
Yeah.
And so it's in high definition or whatever that is, and I'm like, okay. And that is not quite recognized right now as a regular photo type. You know what I mean?
Right. It's still JPEG.
Right. Now, what I could do is just show it to you and share my screen and show it to you.
Yeah, we could do that, or you could post it later, or
Yeah, and I'm just trying to
figure. As long as it's there.
I'm just trying to figure out how to do some stuff now.
Okay, so I mean, if you have any questions or any opinion that you want to add, and this is for live and replay, put it in the chat in the comments. After the show, we do get notified when there's a new comment, and it's like I said, it's not a show like before where there's you have interview style, two people and they're having a conversation with each other and ignoring the chat, or they people have questions or whatever. Nothing against that. I just like to have the real interaction. And people do that because they're going to repurpose the video. I understand that, but if you do a little bit more work, you can still repurpose, even though you're talking to people in the comments and stuff. I just think it lends a more real feel when someone's watching the replay. But again, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
So we have
we got TJ and Barb watching.
Yeah. So I wanted to get out of. I was looking at the Instagram, and it's just so I saw that today because I usually don't look at that person on Instagram because I don't really follow the show, but I must have searched something around her, and I went to my Google app. So when you use your Google app, it shows you news of, surrounding things that you searched or looked for. So it popped up, and I just happened to tap on it. I was like, oh, well, what's that about? And I read the post. I looked at the picture, read the post, and saw the ad, and went influencer marketing. So nothing wrong. Like I said, nothing wrong with it. If you can get someone to, pay you to post, take a picture on a sofa with a blanket, write a few words of copy, and like I said, sometimes the influencer will write it, and sometimes the brand will write the copy. So all you have to do is take the picture, post it, paste in the text, put the hashtag ad, and you got money in your account.
Right.
That's just how simple it is. But like I said, this person has 1.5 million followers, so I'm pretty sure her rates are high. And this influencer marketing, it goes, it's different levels. I mean, it can start from, if you have, I'm sure the minimum is probably 10 with some of these services, maybe 10 or 20K that you can have, and you get a certain amount. And then if you have over 100K, you get a certain amount. If you have 250,000, followers, and you get, it's levels, it's steps to how much money you can put your rates at. And then, of course, you don't have to go through with an agency for influencer marketing. You as an influencer, if you feel that you have enough clout or you have a niche following and audience, and they trust your word, you can go out and search for brands yourself that you may want to reach out and say, hey, I have an audience of moms, stay-at-home moms between the age of 25, 35, and they have 2 kids, and they do this, and they stock or whatever, and your product fits my audience.
Right.
So you can reach out yourself. You don't have to go through an agency. And then that way you set your rates, and you have a conversation back and forth with the brand if they're interested. If not, they'll just go, we're not interested, or not respond. But you can do that, certainly, if you have the right audience.
Now, I just put that over there, but I think you have to approve the post. Anywho, I'll share the picture here because it was really yummy looking, just so you know. Let's see. I'm going to do this. Let me know if you can see this.
Yes.
And that is just a very plain lettuce and bacon. I'm sorry for you meat eaters. And non-meat eaters. But she did one that didn't have the bacon too. With, what are the little tomatoes?
Cherry tomatoes? Cherry
tomatoes, lettuce, bacon, and blue cheese.
Ooh.
I was like, and just skewered them.
Good.
It looks really good, and they were good. I'm like, oh, that was easy. And that was Pinterest inspired.
Wow. That looks good.
Yeah, I said, okay.
That looks really good. Yeah, I see it's on, I think it's on the website.
On your page or somewhere.
Yeah, it should be there.
But the thing I'm thinking about is there are some people, know where your audience is for what you do. And we are saying for Linda, because Linda does everything handmade, that would be perfect for her. Pinterest is a perfect home for handmade.
Yes.
And
so when you're doing Pinterest, think about what's the metric that you want. And like I said, Pinterest has that straight see tap buy thing where you could just see something on Pinterest and go straight to buy it. So that would be your metric, your engagement goal that you would want to look at versus, well, I have so many followers on Pinterest, but they aren't doing anything. You want the ones that are doing something in the sense of completing your call to action, which in the case of Pinterest is buy, which is a good call to action.
Right. And there I can see her moving her handcrafted items where you're not gonna find these ornaments at Macy's or Nordstrom's or anywhere else.
Handmade.
They're handmade.
Handmade. Exactly. They're handmade. So that's the best thing. And so Pinterest may be a better fit than, say, if you're doing something on Facebook. I mean, Facebook is great because there's that, over 2 billion users. But remember, you're not going to get all of those people unless you run ads.
Okay, and here's the other thing. Are you talking to the 22 people that like your stuff on Facebook? Because if you're not talking to them, trying to go after the other 2 billion is not going to help you.
Right. Are you talking to the ones that are there? And I think I see a question in the chat. Khalid, if I mispronounce your name, I'm trying to see it. I can't see the more.
I'll look at it.
Yeah, see if you can read it for her. Because he says, do you have any suggestions on search engine optimization and SEO? I'm about to launch my website, and I'm trying to see more. But on mobile, it doesn't let you see the comments. So let me go to the desktop.
And I'm looking.
Here it is. It says, do you have any suggestions on search engine optimization, SEO? I'm about to launch my website, but am overwhelmed with information about where to start. Now, that's a big subject to bite into, and we have a little bit of time, but I will try. You're launching your website, and you're overwhelmed with information about where to start.
Can I say something? Because I'm going to let you do the tech part.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to do the part from a person. Put your website up, because your website is like a brochure, and people need to know that. So put it up. Have it ready to go. And then as you are talking to people, you can direct them to your website for more information about what you do and all of that. Now, because I think what people do, Terry, and you can tell me if I'm going down the wrong path, most people think building the website and they will come.
Exactly.
And that's not true.
Not true.
Having the website just gives you social presence. It gives you a presence online.
Place to go. Yes, a place to hold your stuff. A file cabinet. I think I mentioned that before when we're talking about something. I think we're talking about Instagram. So it's a file cabinet. It's a place to hold your information that you can direct someone. Oh, I need to know about something. Direct them to your website, which is your file cabinet, which has different things categorized, information that you want to share that you're storing online. That's the best way to put it. And I want to tell you that if you're not starting because you overwhelmed by the amount of SEO information, I'm going to tell you to just get started. You can always fix not always. There are a couple of things that you may not be able to fix, but if you're starting off right, you can always come back and tweak stuff. And I mean this in the sense of WordPress. I don't know what back end you're using because there are other platforms like Squarespace and other things. But I always go with WordPress.
Right.
It lets you get a website up and running real quick. You can get a template, fill out a couple of things, put some pictures up, right? And it's easy to write your blog posts. You can always come back and put tools in and plugins and different things to tweak your SEO.
So what is can you put in the chat, what is your name? What is the website address? Because that's going to be step one. If it's johnsmith.com, 222.com, you're going to get lost in the shuffle with...
Right, and I think he's saying he's about to launch.
Okay, so do you have a domain? What's the domain name? I would start what the domain name is. Because if you are the only one, every time somebody goes there, you're going to be number one because there is nobody else with that name. So what is the name of what's your domain name?
Right. And don't let, because there's so much, what do they call it? Information paralysis or something where
where you got so much coming in, you just don't move.
You don't do anything. So you have to put that aside. Don't worry about the SEO right now. Get your site up and running.
Right.
Get your Facebook pixel. One thing you need, get your Facebook pixel on there. Even if you're not running ads right now, that's to everybody. Put the Facebook pixel on, because when you get ready to do ads, there'll be a whole treasure trove of information that Facebook will pick up when people come to your site, and you can use it when you're ready to do Facebook ads. So you want to get that site up and running. And it doesn't have to be perfect.
And I'm going to tell you, reach out to TJ and she will get you up online. Yeah. If you don't know how to do it, don't pull your hair out trying to do it. Hire somebody. TJ Online will get you what you need and get all of your stuff.
So see right there, the web right there under TerryJohnsonOnline.com. It's right there.
Right.
So go there or go to my, on Facebook, message me on Facebook Messenger. I always talk to people through Facebook Messenger. I'm always answering questions and such. But you need to get started. Don't let, because I'm about to launch. But do I do this? Do I do that? That's the purpose of the show while we're here. You need to get started because you need to get into Google. You need to get in front of Google.
Right.
And Bing and the others, but Google most importantly. So if you don't think about this, if you don't have anything online, Google's not going to know that you're there because you don't have anything online. Stop trying to be perfect and get everything perfect. Launch it. Because if you, like I said, if you do WordPress, you can change the look of it. You can change the way it looks. You can start out with a basic template, but you want, like Fran says, you want to get out there. You want to put your information out there. You want to start doing articles and blog posts about the
whatever it is that you offer,
the industry or the subject or the the niche that you're in. You need to you're not in the game. You got to get in. Don't worry about, well, my uniform is old. You got to get in. You don't even need a uniform. Get in the game. You got to get in there because Google doesn't know that you exist because you don't have anything online. So get your domain. Get started, and you got to write some articles and blog posts, video, audio, whatever.
Something.
You got to be online.
And
you're not there.
And I'm going to say it again. Please call TJ so she can get you started, and you won't have to go through skin knees and bumped heads and all of that. Just call her.
I understand a lot of people do this. I'm getting ready to launch my website, getting ready to launch this, but it's not perfect, and I got to tweak it until it's perfect. No, put it up. Slap it up there. That's what I did with all my work. I put it up there and I'm going, okay, now on this day, I'm going to go and tweak it and do this. I'm going to change the color. I'm going to move this image. I'm going to change this image. I don't like the headline size. Those are little things that you change after the fact, but you got to get in the game. You're not even in it yet.
What did they do with our phones? They put iOS 12 out on the iPhone on whatever, and it was bugs. Then they had iOS 12.1, then 12.1.1. They fixed all that stuff after it goes out.
I remember we talked about this maybe last year or the year before, but I had something called Ship It. Because there was a commercial about shipping.
Yes.
Ship it means do it. Get it out there. Stop having it in your head and strategizing and, well, I don't know what to start, and I need SEO, and I need this, and I need that. You get the SEO when you start.
Right.
Google doesn't know who you are, so you got to be in there on Google, whatever.com, and when they go, they see a basic template. It's fine for now.
Right.
And then you want to start writing articles or posting pictures or posting video, posting your podcast, audio, posting something. That's how Google recognizes you. And they go, oh, here's a new website. What's it about? And then they look at it. And you can always go back. If it's evergreen content, you can always go back and update it.
Right.
Always. With new information. So there's a lot of stuff. And like I said, that SEO question, that's a big thing to bite in the little bit of time that we got. But that's the basic. I want you to get started.
Right.
Stop sitting back. Oh, I'm going to launch. I don't know You don't need to know SEO.
Mm-mm.
If you WordPress, there's tools, there's basic tools, free tools that you can use to get started, but you got to start posting stuff online. That's how Google knows that you're there.
Right.
And then you measure. Then you measure and see, well, I'm getting visitors, I'm getting this. They like this article, they don't like that article. So that tells you what to write more of. But you got to be consistent with it too.
Yep.
And that's all I can tell you in this little bit of time about SEO, which is a big subject.
Right. And it's a big business because people mistakenly think that the SEO is going to make you, and not necessarily so.
Right.
You need to.
And Google has changed things to
Right.
where it used to be a top 10, now it was a top 5, and now it's a top 3. Like results. Like those are the people that 1, 2, 3, and they're out.
Right.
They used to look at the whole page of results. Now people just look at because there's a box. Google puts a little box. Okay, I'm not going to get into it. But
Call TJ.
We can talk about, we can do a little bit of SEO. We could have a little show.
Yeah, and what you need to, and yeah, because you don't really need, that's a nice title. Don't be overwhelmed by the SEO. You don't.
Yeah, I like that. So we can do that. If that's something that you guys want, put it in the comments. The next show could be about that.
Right.
A continuation. More than welcome to talk about it.
Yep.
But now we're at the top of the hour. We run out of time with the discussion, with the talk. So see that part where we get questions and comments and people come in and we talk about one thing, but then we started talking about another and then it segues. That's what I like about what we're doing. When we're coming here and talking about digital marketing and things you need to do online, because it's growing. Things are growing because we're going into seamless social shopping, that C-tap buy that I like to say. I love myself for coming up with that.
Yes, and you should be, because it's like, because nobody else is talking about it.
Right, so now I got to talk more about it, and I got to put something online about it.
Right.
This is where it's going, because I feel like that's where it is. Where it used to be 10 steps to have a website and get people to buy, now as you have a post on social media, they tap it and they buy. So instead of 10 steps, you got 1 or 2. And it's a good thing for the business, and it's a good thing for the consumer, because you don't want to give them that long stretch of steps or time between the decision to buy and the actual purchasing of the product or the service. And this goes with products and it goes with services. Don't just think, well, I don't have any physical products. I'm a business coach. I'm a yoga instructor. Whatever service that you're giving. It's still the same process of the mindset of getting in front of your audience and getting them to buy. Same steps.
Right.
So don't think because, I don't have a store, I don't have to sell products. It's the same thing. So be mindful of that. And I thank you guys for watching, and share, like I said before, share this out. If this message is, you think there are other people that that need to know this, like Khalid said, was, being overwhelmed. That's what we're trying to stop, being overwhelmed. We're trying to get rid of that here by keeping it basic and simple and concise and what you need to know.
Right.
What you need to know for online business success. And that's all I can say about it.
And we just thank you for showing up here on Tuesdays with us. TJ is always here every Tuesday, unless it's a holiday, a major holiday, and we will always be here. We want to see you do well and do better in business. So we will, whatever we know, we are happy to share it.
Happy to share it. This is a place where you get help. This right here,
Right.
We're going to get help. So. Thank you for watching, and
Thank you.
We'll be back tomorrow, right, with Coach
Karen. Coach Karen will be back talking about your money. Yes, because, you got to know what to do with it after you make it.
Exactly. No better subject. All right, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys live and replay, and we will see you tomorrow.
Yes.